haven't done any audio. Can you hear me?
Test.
Good?
You betcha.
All right. Good, Olivia? All right. Huh? Yeah. Once we start talking a little bit more, it's going to be better. All right. Good morning, softball fans, and welcome to Robinson Park for the 2024 Royal Rumble. Game one should be a good one. Mosinee and Aquinas here from Robinson Park this morning. Steve Maves alongside Paul Jaglinski, Olivia Zimmerman taking you through all three games today. It's going to be Mosinee and Aquinas, Assumption and Aquinas, and then Assumption and Amherst to round out the game or the week or the Saturday here today. It does look like Aquinas will be the home team. They have all their catcher's gear and stuff on, but Paul, Mosinee, number one ranked team in the state in Division II, number one seed in their sectional, and just won their conference last night.
Yeah, Mosinee, again, from the Great Northern Conference, really looks like a team to beat. Their sectional is interesting. So they're the 1 seed. New London is the 2 seed, but that's 1 and 3 in the state. So the sectional is really loaded. In that sectional, you also have Sailor Timmerman from up in Lakeland, so a Division I pitcher, which is always a little bit of a wild card. But it sure looks like those two teams are on a collision course. Mosinee, of course, led by a terrific pitcher, Ava Bussey, who's had just a phenomenal season. I do not believe until last night against Lakeland that she had allowed an earned run in conference. So from a dominating standpoint, and again today, I cannot wait to go ahead and watch Tegan Jersley play softball. She's a power hitter. She's a shortstop. She's got terrific speed, high softball IQ. Probably looking either her or Ava right in line for the GNC Conference Player of the Year. I think it's outstanding. On the other side, we have Aquinas, who's ranked in Division III in the state and a clear favorite in their sectional. Now, they haven't seeded yet. Some go Wednesday, some went Friday, some are I think the last time you can seed is Sunday at like 7 o'clock is like the deadline or the cutoff line. But just looking at it, Aquinas is the only ranked team in either half of their sectional, Steve. And it looks to me like they're a team that really can hit the softball, so it should be entertaining. What else can you share that with the group about Aquinas?
Yeah, 12-5, I think, on the year out of the Mississippi Valley Conference. Toma won the conference. Toma, very good team in that part of the state, and a team that, as was talking to some people here, Aquinas much improved than they were a year ago. They came here and, as many teams did, lost to Assumption pretty handily, but Aquinas really looking for a bounce back and, as you mentioned, a very favorable sectional this year for the Blue Golds.
You know, again, at this time of the year, it's all about momentum. You want to be able to go ahead and make sure that you're playing it well so that you're able to go ahead and be ready to go ahead and hit that playoff run when you're ready to go, as that tournament action will start for some next week, but for all the following week.
Yep, absolutely. As the starting lineups are being announced here, as we will go through the starting lineups here in just a moment. Mosinee, the visiting team, and Aquinas. Mosinee, the visiting team. Aquinas, the home team here in Game 1. Columbus and Marshall playing on the north field just behind us. And then Amherst and Marshall will play in Game 2 up there. And then Columbus will take on Mosinee at about 2 o'clock over up on the north field. Plenty of time. Beautiful day. Talked to Rob Schill beforehand and said this is one of the nicest weekends they've ever had for the Royal Rumble. And so looking forward to a good day of softball here starting in just a little bit. We'll have our national anthem here in just a moment here on Zaleski Sports.
Your heads for a prayer in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Please protect these teams as they play their hearts out today. At the end of the game, all the glory will be given to you. We thank you and we pray all of these things in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Now, if you would please rise if you are able. Remove your hats and place your hands over your heart for the playing of the national anthem.
National anthem is had, and we are ready to go here in Wisconsin Rapids. Going through the Mosinee batting order, batting first, and at shortstop is Talon Jerschley. Batting second in center field is Amber Gonzalez. Batting third and behind the plate is Elena Bembenek. Batting fourth and in right field is Maggie Waller. Batting fifth and at second base is Addison Heinrich. Batting sixth and at first base is number 4, Tristan Wickland. Batting seventh in the circle is number 32, Addie Straits. Batting eighth in the DP is Brooklyn Simonis. Batting ninth and at third base is Emily Verhassel. And the flex player, goodness, right flex, the left fielder is Kendall Schley for the Mosinee Indians, and they'll be going up against Josie Erickson, the pitcher for Aquinas.
They are also offering taco balls.
Talon Jerschley to lead things off here against Josie Erickson this morning. And the first offering at 9:56 is lined down the third base line, and Jerschley will head to second. And the throw is not in time, and just like that, a leadoff double for Talon.
One pitch, one swing, thinking double the entire way, ripped right down the line. Jerschley, as advertised, impressive.
Amber Gonzalez is center fielder now, lefty hitter. If she was at first, she'd probably steal, but a little bit tougher. That one's bunted foul. As a team like Mosinee is, undefeated on the year, number 1 ranked team in the state, doing the very little things, laying down bunts, going for those extra bases is key, and the number 2 hitter, Amber Gonzalez, trying to do just that.
When you have a dangerous pitcher like Ava Bussey that they have, finding a way to go ahead and scratch out a run and get a lead is huge.
Throw to third and stealing third base.
So, Steve, you talk about a little things. Okay, so you fake the bunt. The third baseman has to come in charge. When that happens, Jerschley goes ahead and takes advantage of the fact that she's 3 steps closer to home plate, steals third. Now there's a ball to the right-hand side, and it easily scores a run.
And Gonzalez reaches on the error, and because of that stolen base, then Jerschley's able to score. The error goes on Emily Bacalars.
And the importance of pulling that ball. So even though there was an error on the play, the importance of pulling that ball, it allows you anything on the right-hand side is going to be a run. Mosinee 1-0 here in the top of the first.
Bembenek pops that one. It's caught off the ground and safe at first. Nice play over there by Clark at short. Caught it right off the dirt, and there's one away.
Nice to see Greg Scott, friend of the program, out here coaching first base for the Mosinee. Is it still Indians?
Yep.
Okay. Should have checked that in terms of where it goes. I know it's blue gold, but for the Indians.
First offering misses low to Maggie Waller.
By the way, Steve, I want to give a shout-out to the Marion Tigerton pep bands that combined for the national anthem this morning, and a big shout-out to Olivia, who did a great job singing, and our producer doing double duty today. She sounded outstanding.
The 1-0 misses high. 2-0 to Waller. Addie Heinrich awaits on deck for the Indians.
I knew Olivia had a lot of talents. I never realized that she had such a beautiful voice, but very well done, Olivia. So
the 2-0 is going to be cranked to left, and now it's going to fall in front of Zilkowski, and a one-out base hit for Waller. 2 on and 1 out here for Mosinee in the first for Addison Heinrich, the second baseman.
One thing you can see about this Mosinee team is they do a really good job of putting the ball in play, and they jump early on strikes. They don't work a whole lot of count. First time they see a pitch they like, they go after it.
Squares the bunt, gets it down, foul in front of the plate. No, it was everybody's going to be safe. It stayed in front of home plate, so it's a fair ball. So a bunt single for Heinrich. Wow.
That ball was hit about 6 inches, but it was a perfect spot.
And Savidelli came up throwing, but it was cut off. So bases loaded early here for Tristan Wickland for Mosinee. Going to be hit over to second. Interference at second. And she's going to stay there. And now a conversation to be had. Everybody's
so because you have interference on a play, just from an umpiring standpoint, so you can see what ends up happening with it. That becomes a delayed dead ball, and because of the interference, you have to go back. Although in this case, they're going to go ahead and say that it's a interference where it's a possible double play. Yep. So we'll talk about that when we come back after the commercial break.
All right, 2-0 Mosinee. We've played a half an inning. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Craziness to end that first inning, and Paul, explain it a little bit to us here.
So from an umpire standpoint, there was one out in the inning. We had runners on first and second. What ends up happening is that there's a ground ball hit to the second baseman. When that interference happens, that runner is immediately out, and when it happens, it becomes a delayed dead ball. At that point, the umpire has discretion to say would the play have been made at first to retire the out. In that case, because it was routine, they decided to go ahead and call that out at first base as well. So that's why it turns out to be an inning-ending double play interference, and then even though the throw wasn't made to first, the play would have been deemed routine. And as a result, that's why the out was. So that ends the top half of the first inning. Mosinee gets 2 runs on 3 hits. And now we enter the bottom of the first inning with Aquinas coming up to bat, but Ava Bussey not on the mound.
Catherine Savidelli at the plate against Addie Straits for Mosinee. There's a swing and a miss. No balls and a strike.
The interference makes it a delayed dead ball.
Lauren Von Ruden on deck. And Straits pumps in another strike, and it's 0-2. Give Ava a couple of extra hours off. She just pitched a conference championship game last night, and an early start here for Mosinee. So not a bad option for Addie Straits to be out there as well. That was going to be popped up to left. Over on it is Schley, foul territory, and it's going to fall. Another opportunity here for Savidelli at the plate.
Ava is a true softball kid. She absolutely positively loves it. I think that she said the most she ever pitched in one weekend was 9 games. And I think if you allow her, she would go out and pitch every second that she has. In fact, don't be surprised if she tries to sub herself into this game. So.
0-2 to Savidelli, the Aquinas catcher. This is a low and in from Straits. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mosinee undefeated on the year. Team that we will hopefully be covering in the postseason come not next week, but the week after. Hit to third and foul. Again, playoffs for softball start on Thursday, and or this upcoming Thursday, and then that's regional quarterfinals, and then regional semis are the next Tuesday for softball. A lot happening, and a lot of seasons coming to an end on Thursday already. That one's high and away, 2-2 to Savidelli.
Yeah, then the following week you have your track. So it's track conference championships this week. Then the following week you've got track regional and sectional. That's in the same week. And then first ever lacrosse state tournament coming up. Looking forward to seeing the results of that. That's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, a lot of good teams. A lot of, I think the Wausau Wolfpack, very good lacrosse team in the area. Pacelli and Spatch, I think, co-op. I think with Wisconsin Rapids, too. Yep. And so becoming a big sport, which is good to see. Going to be hit again, foul past third. Way out in front, and a good battle here to start for Savidelli. Again, picture-perfect day here in central Wisconsin. Had some wind and storms come through last night, and happy it's coming through last night other than today. The 2-2. Way out in front, and Straits pulled the string on her, and there's a strikeout here in the first. Now Lauren Van Ruden, the third baseman.
Steve, a busy week, busy at least last couple days for Mosinee, who went and played Pacelli and beat them rather handily. I believe 7-2 was the final there. Then went up to Lakeland, won conference championship last night, of course, facing Timmerman. And then turned around at the Rumble today. You play ranked Division III Aquinas, and then they'll end up with the Clover Belt East Conference Championship, the Columbus Catholic Dons of Marshfield, later today at 2.
Yep, and then they have a day off tomorrow. Then they go to Northland Pines on Monday and host Medford on Tuesday. So there's a swing and a miss by Von Ruden, and it's 1-1.
That Mosinee-Medford rivalry has really turned out to be one of the more interesting ones in the state. In all the sports, seems like the GNC really comes down to those two teams.
1 ball and 1 strike. Von Ruden looks at a ball inside. Anago softball. I don't know how surprising it is. I don't follow Anago softball, but Anago softball I think finished tied for second in the GNC with Medford this year.
Sandy, their long-term coach, does a great job year in, year out. Really works hard on the fundamentals, passionate about the game, and they know how to manufacture a run. She's been up there for as long as I've been umpiring and does a great job.
3 balls and 1 strike to Von Ruden here in the bottom of the first. And there's a high strike at the letters. Runs full at 3-2.
Speaking of umpires, our home plate umpire is Lou Eiserman. We wanted to congratulate him as he got the nod or the call to go back to state baseball this year. So you'll see his smiling mug at the Timber Rattler Stadium in Appleton.
3-2. Inside and draws the walk.
And, of course, out on the bases is Larry Bookberger. Larry the Legend is well known to many in the sports fans, of course, of his marathon glory. He once again has a softball sectional. So, again, real high-level crew that's out there. Larry was just at state softball a couple years ago. So, good crew on the field all day.
And we appreciate them taking their Saturdays and being here with us in Wisconsin Rapids all day long. That was going to be popped up. Third base and caught in foul territory by Verhassel, and there's 2 away.
You know, Steve, I always give softball third base people a lot of credit because they are 10 to 12 feet away from that batter at times, and I understand that that's the case, but boy, that is a scary play if somebody ever chooses to swing.
And pulled the string on Maddie Gagermeyer. Did straights, and it's 0-1. Lee's Piggly Wiggly in Mosinee. Shop for your local groceries at Lee's Piggly Wiggly in Mosinee. Find all you need under one roof with convenient customer service with a smile. Lee's Piggly Wiggly in Mosinee.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig. Love that little line.
That's a mouthful there. Lee's Piggly Wiggly in Mosinee. But we appreciate Lee's helping us out and all of our fine sponsors. We'll go through all of them throughout the day here on Zaleski Sports. The 0-2, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Maddie Gagermeyer, the Aquinas first baseman. Tessa Miskowski, Abby Zilkowski for Aquinas. Going to be hit over to Jerschley at short. Bobbled for a second. Throw across, not in time. And an infield base hit for Maddie Gagermeyer. Tessa Miskowski, Abby Zilkowski, Ava Scholze, Josie Erickson, and Ava Fernholz for Aquinas here for the Blue Golds. Runners at first and second and 2 outs here for Aquinas. First offering from Straits. Inside is good for a strike. Spinning out of the way was Miskowski, and it's 0-1.
You know, Piggly Wiggly actually works very close with Mosinee High School over in Mosinee. They're great partners. You could say it's a collaboration. So,
jeepers. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. 0-2. At the end of this month into June is Marshfield Dairy Fest, May 31st through June 2nd. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend. And Straits picks up another strikeout, and we've played 1 complete Aquinas gets a couple of base runners on a hit. They leave 2. We've played 1. It's 2-0 Mosinee. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Addie Straits to lead things off, followed by Brooklyn Simonis and Emily Verhassel for the Indians. It is 7-8-9 for Mosinee here in the second inning. And now it's going to be grounded, backhanded by Josie Erickson, sidearm to first, and a nice play, wonderfully done in the circle by Josie, and there's 1 up and 1 down. Now Brooklyn Simonis, the DP. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. That's CulliganH2O.com. 2 of the first 3 reads we've got jingles for.
Hey, Culligan, man.
First offering to Simonis, misses high and away, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 Mosinee. We play here in the top of the second inning. Josie Erickson in the circle for the Blue Golds. Going to be hit over to third, gobbled up there by Von Ruden, and there's 2 up and 2 down.
Really a nice play by Von Ruden on kind of an in-between hop. Did a great job of keeping her head down, fielded it about 6 inches off the ground, and then made a strike throw to first. Steve, just a point of a cleanup. Initially, we had thought maybe it was going to be 2-0 coming out of the inning. Why are we back to 1? Because, again, it's a delayed dead ball, and because of the delayed dead ball, the runner never reached first base, and as a result, that's why that run doesn't count.
Emily Verhassel swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Third baseman for Mosinee. Talon Jerschley on deck. High for a ball. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Columbus and Marshall playing on the north field here at Robinson Park today. We'll be here on the south field all day. And Verhassel swings and fouls it at the plate. Assumption and Aquinas to follow. And then Assumption and Amherst to end our coverage here today from Wisconsin Rapids. 3 different games, 3 different streams, so we will be ending streams after every game. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Verhassel.
I was going to say it's 2 separate triangulars, but that's not really true because you have cross on different fields where Mosinee will play on one field and the other field. So 6 teams, nice little tournament they've got here in Rapids today.
Clar to first, and that'll end our second inning. Nice defensive inning for Aquinas. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0 Mosinee. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Abby Zilkowski to lead things off here for Aquinas in the home half of the second inning. Addie Straits back out there with a 1-0 lead. There's one right at the knees for a strike. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
Steve, so Mosinee wearing the black uniform with the purple trim. Pretty sharp looking with the purple leggings. For the Blue Golds, it kind of has a little bit of the Brewers feel where, again, white with the blue trim and then the blue lettering across the chest. It reminds me a lot of what you'd see in Milwaukee.
Brewers, another impressive win last night over the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals all sorts of discombobulated against the Crew this year. And there's a swing and a miss and fouled it into the mid, actually, and that's another strikeout for Addie Straits, and there's 1 up and 1 down.
Nice. One of the things I was going to point out is for this Mosinee squad, they were already having a great season, and then they just recently got Wicklund back, coming back off of an injury, starting to work her way back through. That will do nothing but help them not only defensively, but also adds another very dangerous stick to this lineup.
Popped up, Wicklund backing up and making the catch over at first. 2 up and 2 down, just like that here for Aquinas in the second inning.
Little foreshadowing in terms of where it goes. Again, Wicklund, a very sure-handed fielder, an excellent hockey player in terms of where it goes. She's got a really talented stick and great speed as well. When she works herself back in the game shape, just going to make this Mosinee team even more dangerous.
Pitcher Josie Erickson at the plate for Aquinas here in the second inning. We'll take a look at Mosinee's path here in just a little bit. Their sectional, as we had mentioned, is already set in stone. The top and the bottom of their sectional. Rice Lake is the number 1 seed on the top of that sectional. We saw Rice Lake a couple of weeks ago in Wisconsin Rapids taking on the Red Raiders, and a team that can rake is Rice Lake. They can hit the ball like crazy. And the number 2 seed, I think, of that sectional is Ellsworth, and those 2 sectionals will come together in Baldwin-Woodville at the end of the month or early next month. I don't even know when sectional finals are for softball, but that sectional, Rice Lake, Ellsworth, Mosinee, and New London, the two 1-2 seeds will battle in Baldwin at the end of the month.
That sectional final would be Thursday, May 30th. The sectional semi would be Tuesday, May 28th. Again, Mosinee is the 1 seed, would host all the way through until that sectional final. So that's where the real advantage of that higher or that 1 seed is you in softball you host all the way until the only neutral field games would be the sectional final and then state.
And there will be a runner here for Aquinas.
Number 7 for Aquinas in the game to run.
I think that's Ryan Clark, the runner for the Blue Golds here as we take a look. Yep, Ryan Clark, the base runner for pitcher Josie Erickson. So runner at first is Clark, and with 2 outs, we'll bring up Ava Fernholz for Aquinas. 1-0 Mosinee. First offering to Fernholz, misses inside, 1-0. Top of the order due up next for Aquinas. Jerschley will lead things off for Mosinee in the top of the 3rd inning. So pretty similar spots for both teams here. Going to be lined to second and right at Heinrich to end the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. There is 1 left via the walk. We've played 2 complete. It is 1-0 Mosinee. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shy.
Shy is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Taylor Jerschley to lead things off here for Mosinee in the third inning. She led the game off with a double. Stole third and then scored on an error. And Josie Erickson gets her to pop up. Foul territory and just dropped there by Savadelli. And Jerschley has new life here in her second at-bat.
You know, Steve, that's such a tough play for a catcher to make. You're kind of running the other different direction. You got to shed your mask. The catcher's mitt is a little bit of a different mitt, obviously designed with a little bit more padding. You'd love to see your pitcher or your first baseman come in and take charge on that. That being said, a nice effort by Savadelli. Unfortunately for her, she could not go ahead and retire that, which leaves the very dangerous bat in the hands of Jerschley.
Nobody on, nobody out here in the third. 1-0 Mosinee. Jerschley has scored the lone run today. Inside missed to Talon, and it's 2-1.
Jerschley leads the GNC in most offensive categories, to quote Major League, including nose hair, but just absolutely, positively a dominating force at the base, at home plate. She can go ahead and hit the long ball. She can go ahead and beat you with a bunt to get on base. Just a matchup nightmare for a pitcher.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Saw her in Marshfield 2 weeks ago. She had 2 triples in that game. 2-2, right back to Josie Erickson. Nice play. And Gagermeyer just able to hold on to first base, and there's 1 up and 1 down.
Really a nice play by the pitcher from Aquinas. Got that right off of the top of the bounce. But even with Jerschley's speed sprinting on the line, a routine out is never routine with her.
Now Amber Gonzalez reached on an error. Going to hit back over to second, and just like that, 2 up and 2 down here in the third.
Why do people love softball? 3 words: pace of play.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very much appreciate that. And now Alana Bembenek popped out to Clar, or lined out to Clar at short her last time up. 2 away here in the third for Mosinee. And just like that, on a couple of pitches, Erickson retires Mosinee in order here in the third, 3 up, 3 down. We've played 2.5, 1-0 Mosinee. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Catherine Savadelli to lead things off here for Aquinas. Reminder, today's broadcast brought to you in part by Best Funeral Home. They've been serving the Mosinee and surrounding areas since 1934. This third-generation family-owned funeral service provider brings a long tradition of providing distinguished services with the greatest respect to each family they serve. Learn more at bestfh.com. That's bestfh.com. Best is spelled B-E-S-T-E. FH.com. Savadelli at the plate, looks at a ball to begin her at-bat here. And Straits misses outside, and it's 2-0. Good battle here this morning from Wisconsin Rapids. 1-0 Mosinee. Addy fires home, foul back. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services from loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records. They have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. The 2-1. Going to be hit over to third and under the glove of Verhassel. And a leadoff base hit here for Aquinas.
Hard hit ball down the third base line. Really no opportunity to make a play on that. It was one skip. It was just a foot to her left, but couldn't take a look at it. So a great start to the third inning here for Aquinas.
Lauren Von Ruden at the plate now for the Blue Gold. Squares the bunt, gets it down, and it was just foul. It was a nice play by Verhassel, but a good eye there from our own plate umpire to call it foul ball. There's a strike here on Von Ruden.
Again, I think kind of pretty well executed all the way around. Well executed by the umpire, a good bunt that just rolled foul, and the third baseman did a great job of coming in to field it.
Runner at first and nobody out. Von Ruden squares again. And that one hits her. And now there's 2 on, and going to have a conversation.
So you're going to get an appeal here, and the question is going to be did she offer? Because if she offered, then it's not a hit in the it's not a hit by pitch. It's actually a strike. So they're going to appeal out to it to see if she offered. Umpires are going to come together and talk about it, and that's what they're talking about. Is that did she offer or did she not?
From the naked eye, I do not believe she did, as Von Ruden takes a couple of extra sprints up the right field line. No matter the job, big or small, look to Witchery Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done, offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site. Look to Witchery Rentals in Stevens Point, and the appeal is confirmed, and it is a hit by pitch.
So now runners on first and second, nobody out. Bottom half of the third inning, Aquinas trailing by 1 to Mosinee on a run scored by Jersley, but with a golden opportunity here.
First one to Klar, misses for a ball as Bembenek tried the throwback behind Savadelli and not quite in time. 1-0 to Ellie Carr. Popped up to Verhassel back in the first inning. 2 on, nobody out here in the third for Aquinas. Straits misses again, 2-0.
You know, for both of these teams, Steve, it's exactly what you want from a coaching perspective. If you're going to come up and play, a tournament before it, not only are you trying to help your seed, but you want to make sure that you get an opportunity to play non-conference games in a challenging, close manner. It gives you a chance to work on some little things. Perhaps you try a few different lineup tweaks. But you want that experience because at some point during the playoff run, you're not going to play well. You're going to make an error. You're going to play in a close game, and you want to have that type of experience.
3-0, and Klar walks on four pitches. Now the bases are loaded with nobody out here for Aquinas in the third inning. And conversation is to be had here for the Indians. Pick up all your pets' favorites from Fleet Farm. Find everything from food and treats to toys and health products under one roof. From all the brands you trust, dogs or cats, they've got you covered. Shop your pets' everyday essentials at Fleet Farm. So bases are loaded. Nobody out here for Aquinas in the bottom of the third inning, trailing 1-0. Golden opportunity here for the Blue Golds.
One of the reasons I like to shop for dudes, my dogs, food at Fleet Farm is that finding what you need is never rough at Fleet Farm. So Fleet Farm, the man's mall. If you don't need it, if they don't sell it, you don't need it, Steve.
Nobody, 3 on and nobody out. The Blue Golds dugout making noise here in the third against Addie Straits. And now Maddie Gagermeyer at the plate, singled her last time up.
The cleanup hitter for the Blue Golds.
First one and misses outside.
Couldn't ask for a better hitter if you were Aquinas to try to go ahead and get this lead on Mosinee. I do not believe Mosinee has a loss on the year, Steve. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. have not lost, have had a couple of close games. And there's one from Straits on the inside corner, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
It'd be interesting to see what the temptation for Coach is. You know, we talked about the fact that Ava Bussey sitting right now on the Mosinee bench. You want your pitcher to be able to work through this, but you also want to make sure that you don't let this ball game kind of get away. Yep. And with a weapon like Ava on the bench, it's always an interesting temptation. When do you go to her to see if she can get you out of trouble?
2 balls and a strike to Gagermeyer. Straits fires home, and it's 3-1.
A hitter's dream pitch. Bases full, 3-1. Got to come down the pipe. If not, you walk in a run, which you don't want to do. But you can't throw Gagermeyer too good of a pitch, or she'll deposit it somewhere over that left field fence.
The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Was tempted and had the swing she wanted, but a high pitch and swung over or underneath it. 3-2 now.
That high pitch, I can tell you from personal experience, the high pitch looks like you should be able to hit it. You can't.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Addie Straits fires home. Foul straight back. Good battle here for Gagermeyer. Runners are Savadelli, Von Ruden, and Klar for Aquinas with nobody out here in the 3rd inning.
Von Ruden in the top half of the inning made just an outstanding play at third base. Again, glad to see she's all right after being hit by pitch.
The 3-2. Can be lined to short off the glove of Churchley into center field. It gets under the glove of Gonzalez all the way to the wall. 3 will score for the Blue Golds, and it's 3-1 Aquinas.
That is the second Mosinee error we've seen in this game. Pretty unlike how they've played this particular year. But again, when that ball got underneath the glove of Gonzalez, a single which was going to score 1 turned out to be a base-clearing single and an error, and Aquinas now has got a 3-1 lead, still with nobody out, runner on second base, and up comes now the number 5 hitter,
Tessa Miskowski. And Churchley was a couple of inches away, and now Straits right in the front leg of Miskowski hits her second batter, and there's 2 on and nobody out again.
Miskowski looks like she took that right off the knee, and she is going to try to go ahead and walk that off. That hurts. You know, it's certainly not a cold day, but I would not call it warm. I would say the temperature is brisk, and that ball off the knee in this temperature, she'll take just a little bit.
Make sure she's all right. As soon as it hit her, you could see her grimace towards the dugout, and that was a shot to the leg. And now Abby Zilkowski struck out in the 2nd inning. 3-1 Aquinas here in the 3rd inning. Still nobody out. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, and misses for a ball. 1-0 to Zilkowski, the 6th hitter in the lineup and the 6th hitter of the inning for Aquinas.
Runners on 1st and 2nd, still nobody out for the Blue Golds.
And the 1-0 offering. Squares a bunt again, offers at it and misses. Throw to second. And just back in time is Gagermeyer, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group with full-time benefits that start day 1. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. The 1-1. Squares a bunt again and pops it back, and it's 1-2. Ava Scholze awaits on deck for the Blue Golds. Mutual Lawassa Insurance, they're protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutuallawassa.com to find an agent near you. Still nobody out here in the Aquinas 3rd inning. 1-2 popped up, foul territory. Wickland calls it in front of the dugout and makes the catch along the fence. And there's 1 away.
I hope that everybody at home gets a chance or a sense to see just how challenging of a play that was by Wickland and how routine she made it to look. She kind of took that offhand feeling, trying to find the fence. She knew she was a kind of a lunge step away from it. In the meantime, great concentration to be able to go ahead and secure that important first out. Well done by Wickland at first.
Ava Scholze at the plate with 2 on and 1 out. Can be popped up again and gonna fall harmlessly, and it's 0-1 to Scholze. Popped up to Wickland. back in the second inning. 2 on, 1 out, 3 across here for the Blue Golds in the inning. A bases clearing hit and then error by Gagermeyer, way out in front. Straits had her and pulled the string on her, and it's 0-2.
Awesome changeup by Straits. Not only did she change the speed there, but also kind of brought it up high, as we talked about before. That high pitch always looks so tempting. Just can't hit it. Well, nice pitch.
The 0-2. High and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Josie Erickson, the pitcher, awaits on deck. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Mosinee in the 4th inning. Trying to keep this deficit at just 2. The 1-2. 2-2 to Scholze.
Scholze with a good patient approach at the plate. Really kind of a difference. We've seen Mosinee go ahead and jump on that first pitch quite often. Aquinas has had more deep counts, working the pitch, finding balls they like to put in play.
The 2-2 rolls in there. Count runs full now to Scholze.
For the 3rd time in the inning, the Mosinee catcher has tried to pick that runner off at second base. I think that's a sign of a pretty experienced team with a lot of confidence, where they're willing to throw behind runners, see if they can take outs at any way, give or form.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Straits fires home. We knuckled foul past Josie Erickson in the on-deck circle, and it remains full at 3-2.
I would also think that having a sure-handed shortstop like Jersley out there probably helps to be able to do that as well. You probably want that ball in her hands as often as possible.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And the dugout making noise for the Blue Golds. The 3-2 popped up. Takes the mask off, and then Straits calls for it. She gets bumped to the ground. And it's going to be caught by the catcher, Ben Bennick. And there's going to be 2 outs.
So, again, sometimes you throw your second pitcher on the mound. You get some of those communication issues, right? So maybe Ava is a little bit more vocal on that. Maybe, that's a play that Ben Bennick feels a little bit more comfortable on. Anyway, you look at it, an important second out here for Mosinee as they trail 3-1. But now runners are on first and second, so 2 outs. So any type of strikeout or routine play can get them out of this inning with limited damage.
Josie Erickson at the plate now with 2 away. The pitcher walked in her first at-bat. An off-speed pitch. Addie Straits is pretty confident with that changeup, and it's pretty effective. It's 0-2.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty impressed, Steve. Straits found herself with bases loaded, no outs in this particular inning, and then first and second with no outs. She's done an amazing job. It's now she's just 1 strike away from getting herself out of the inning with only probably could have been 1, and then gave up 2 on the air in center field.
The 1-2 coming back. Bounced off a home plate. Straits fields it, underhands it to first, and that'll end the Aquinas 3rd inning. But they scored 3 times on 2 hits. There was an error and 2 runners left on base. We've played 3 complete. 3-1 Aquinas. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Top of the 4th inning we go here. It'll be Maggie Waller lead things off. Edison Heinrich and Tristan Wickland for the Indians.
Number 7, right fielder Maggie Waller.
Bowler singled her last time up. Off speed misses high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Trailing 3-1, situation that I'm assuming Mosinee hasn't been in very often this year. Here about halfway through this one. Rolls in there, and it's 2-0.
You know, Steve, it's going to be interesting to see in terms of just it's our first look at this Aquinas Blue Gold team, and we know that Toma is leading that Mississippi Valley Conference. It'd be interesting to see just the quality of teams in the different conferences as you kind of look around the state. Like last night, I had Buller Gresham against Amherst. I was umpiring that ball game. Buller Gresham leading their conference, but we talk about the fact that they're in the same sectional as the Newman Catholic Cardinals, and it's one of those deals where I think if you would match them up on a neutral field, I think most people would take a look at just looking at it and expect Newman to win that particular ball game. If you look at their conference records,
back to Erickson, and there's one away.
Terrific play by Erickson. She even kind of looked at it and went, hey, that was great. So wonderful fielding play to go ahead and retire. But just finishing that thought, the difference of quality play in conference is, I think, something that you'll see really uniquely across the way. So I think when Mosinee plays New London, you're really going to get a good sense, providing that that's how that matchup holds. I think you're really going to get a good sense of how solid the GNC was this year.
1-0 to Addison Heinrich. Newman Catholic, we've seen the Merriwood, of course, all year long. Newman Catholic with a comeback win against Marathon last night Thursday night in softball. So Newman, a key win heading into the postseason. So
yeah, again, 2 in whatever they are in conference, 2 wins on the year, 1 over Stratford, ranked in D4, 1 over Marathon with a terrific freshman pitcher. They're going to be a tough out in D5, and in that sectional that they're at, Steve, I'll be curious to see, 1, where they're seated, and 2, I'm not sure that it really much matters. I think you could very easily see them playing the winner of maybe like an Almonds, Vestpool, Pacelli, obviously, for the right to go to state.
The 2-1 misses low and away. 3-1 to Heinrich. Tristan Wickland awaiting on deck for the Indians. All seating meetings, as Paul mentioned earlier, needing to be completed by tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And Heinrich draws the walk. One big reason, and hard to believe, one big reason playoffs start on Thursday. So got to know where you're going, got to get umpires and buses and everything lined up. So. And now Tristan Wickland, the first baseman.
Yeah, a lot of conference championships are either wrapped up or are wrapping up. A lot of good battles around the area for conference championships. Congratulations to the Auburndale Eagles who won the Merriwood South the other night, Thursday night, I think.
Wickland bunts it right in front of home plate. The throw to first is not going to be had. Or she's going to be out there, and now coming in to score on the errant throw will be Heinrich. I didn't see that. They threw it down to first. They got Wickland on the sacrifice bunt, and then the error allowing Heinrich to score on the first baseman, Gagermeyer, and there's a run across here with 2 outs.
You see that so frequently from these really good teams, Steve, where they're so aggressive on the base pass, where you have a fast runner that plays a lot of softballs heads up. So you get a bunt, you throw that to first, you force a throw to third, that throw gets away from her. Mosinee manufactures a run, bringing this game to 3-2 here in the top of the 4th inning.
Addie Straits at the plate, grounded back to Erickson in the 2nd inning. 3-2 Aquinas. Straits, and off the glove that time of Erickson to first. High throw, and it gets away. A bang play, and
in between hop that got off, that hit off the glove of the pitcher, got to the second baseman who had to come and charge it. I think that's an infield single, Steve, if we're scoring it that way. That's just a really one of those weird hit balls. Now you're going to get a courtesy runner for Mosinee for the pitcher. Into the game to run is number 6.
6 is Gracie Neviensky. Neviensky, I think. I don't know.
Davinsky?
Neviensky?
I was wondering if that's Novinsky, like the former football coach.
Oh, could be.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
I would go. I would go with Davinsky, but again, that's coming from a Jaglinski. So I mean,
in the comments section, let us know, please. And,
Steve, you know why all Polish names end in ski?
Why is that?
Because we can't spell toboggan. So it's,
first offering to Brooklyn. Simonis is missed for a ball. Runner at first and 2 outs. Here for Mosinee with a run across here in the inning. Simonis lines that one to center and caught. Jumping catch by Miskowski in center to end the 4th inning. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error and there was 1 left on. We've played 3.5. It's 3-2 Aquinas. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Ava Fernholz lead things off, and then back to the top of the order for Aquinas. They lead 3-2. Addie Straits back out there for her 4th inning of work here this afternoon. Getting a lot of games on the network. Check them all out, ZaleskiSports.com. Joe Anderson is up in Thorpe today for the Slam Fest in Thorpe. Mike Wenlett is in Iola. Grounded over to third. And for Hassel with a 1-pitch, 1-out play at third base, and there's 1 away for Catherine Savadelli. Wolpack and Iola Scandinavia softball.
Number 11, Catherine Savadelli.
Columbus Catholic and Marshall behind us. Marshall leads Columbus 5-2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mosinee and Aquinas, of course. Pacelli, and that one is right under the glove of Hassel. Couple of tough plays, and the speedy Savadelli into second. Wow, that's a hustle double there for Catherine.
Again, you just love the speed, and you can see why the quality of both of these teams as they just continue to take extra bases, push the envelopes.
Now a runner at second with 1 out for Lauren Von Ruden. Pacelli leads Mondovi in the top of the 5th, 1-0. That's up in Thorpe. Von Ruden fouls it back, and it's 0-1.
Thorpe, of course, earning a 2 seed. That their side of the regional is out. Athens earns the 1 seed over on that side. So it should be, if you get a 1-2, that's a traditional power where those teams have locked horns a couple times the last couple of years. Rib Lake will have something to say about that as well, as that's a high-quality program, I think, sitting as a 3 seed.
Yeah, 1 is an off-speed and misses. More games coming up today. Not sure why we didn't take that one off there. Wapaka and Marathon. Bonduel at Pacelli baseball doubleheader. Go through them all here in just a moment. The 1-1. Can be fouled straight back. Columbus and Mosinee play at 2 this afternoon. Just have to go in and change that one. Assumption and Aquinas after this one at about noon. Marathon and Iola. Athens, Pacelli. Amherst, Assumption, and Medford Stratford all coming up later on Zaleski Sports. The 1-2 to Von Ruden. Hits the outside corner, calls strike 3, and there's 2 away.
By the way, Steve, I lied. Let me just clean something up here. So Thorpe is the 2 seed, but the 3 seed down there is Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran. Rib Lake is in with Athens, but they're a 5 seed. So again, it was the matchup I was trying to think of, but I had the seed wrong, so I apologize for that. Again, Rib Lake the 5, but looking at a regional final with Athens.
First offering, and that one's over the head on the wild pitch. And heading to third is Savadelli. And now there's a runner at third and 2 outs. That's a tough 5 seed for a pretty good Rib Lake team.
The path for Athens having to play Rib Lake and Thorpe, and then we'll see who comes out on the bottom side of it, is a challenging one.
1-0 back up the middle, and Aquinas adds another one here in the 4th. RBI base hit for Ellie Clar, and Savadelli scores with the help of that wild pitch, the pitch prior.
Really good piece of hitting by the Aquinas shortstop. Took an inside fastball on her hands, went ahead and just opened up and drove it up the middle of the field, getting an important insurance run.
Now Maddie Gagermeyer, who had the big hit so far today, that off the glove of Jerschley at center and through the legs of Gonzalez, or under the glove of Gonzalez in center field, that allowed 3 Blue Golds to score in the last inning. Runner at first and 2 outs for Aquinas, leading 4-2. Popped up, right field side, long run, that was going to fall. Throw to third is not in time and fell right in front of Wooler. And a base hit for Gagermeyer, who's had a nice day. 3 hits today for Maddie.
So this will be an interesting one, Steve. Normally when you get first and third in softball, you're tempted to take second. With the arm that the Mosinee catcher has and the way that she's throwing it around, I don't know if you'll see Aquinas do that. But again, the temptation of even if you can go ahead and force her to make that throw to be able to score that run is interesting.
Now Tessa Miskowski, and now they got her.
And that's exactly what she's going to do. So she's trying to bait that throw to see if they can take that extra run.
Miskowski at the plate, a strikeout and a hit by pitch today for Tessa. 2 now in scoring position for Aquinas. Now ahead 2-0. So inning started with a ground ball to Fernholz at third, a double from Savidelli, a strikeout to Von Ruden, and then back-to-back singles here for the Blue Golds. One that scored Savidelli.
The wind here at Robinson Park is blowing straight out.
It's the outside corner, good for a strike, and it's 2-1.
Always a little bit windy here. Sometimes you get a little bit of a crosswind, but today the flag is just blowing dead out to center field.
2 balls and a strike. Addie Straits in the circle, comes set on the 2-1. We grounded right back under the glove. Jerschley over to first and rockets it over there and ends the 4th inning. A run on 3 hits. Aquinas leaves 2. We've played 4. It's 4-2 Blue Golds. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Fifth inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 9-1-2 for Mosinee, leading off with Emily Verhassel. Emily grounded out to short her first time up. That was to end the 2nd inning. The 2nd and 3rd innings were as clean as could get for Josie Erickson in the circle with the bottom and then the top of the order for Mosinee. Now it's going to be fouled, and it's 0-1.
You know, Steve, one of the things, I'm a basketball guy, so, you know, I don't spend a lot of days at the ballpark, at least not a lot of all days. But the sights and smells and sounds of the softball diamond are pretty unique. Again, you can hear a lot of energy from both of these teams in the dugout, which I think a lot of fans, you know, generally like. Hopefully you're picking that up on our audio. And again, the smell of the different hot dogs and things on the grill, the taco bowls, etc. here out at Robinson Park are outstanding. If you're looking to see some high-quality softball, definitely come out to Rapids today and check it out. As there's 6 games today going on here. Right now on the other field, you've got Marshall Columbus and Marshall, I believe. And on this field, of course, you've got the Aquinas Blue Gold leading the Mosinee Indians 4-2 here in the top of the 5th inning.
Just misses outside to Josie Erickson on that one. 3-1 now as the Aquinas dugout really wanted that one. Top of the order due up next for the Indians. The 3-1. Off speed, that was a strike, and it's 3-2.
A lot of confidence to go ahead and throw that off-speed changeup at down 3-1. Very nicely placed. for the Blue Gold's pitcher.
Erickson fires home. Can be hit hard to right over on it is Fernholz. And no sunglasses needed for Ava, and she makes the catch over in right field for the first out.
Then gets a chest bump from her center fielder. Figured that she ran all the way over. Might as well go ahead and celebrate an ace play.
From home projects, home repair to sporting goods, rental services, and automotive, no matter your need, turn to Charlie's Hardware of Mosinee to get the job done. Leave it to Charlie's Hardware because you got work to do. Talon Jerschley at the plate. A double and a ground out today for Talon.
Charlie's Hardware also sells chainsaws and is a steel dealer. It's actually where I bought my chainsaw from. They do a great job sharpening chains, fixing your lawnmowers, so a lot of different things at Charlie's Hardware in Mosinee. Definitely check them out.
The 1-0 lined and caught out there by Klar. Couldn't hit it much harder, but a nice play out there by Ellie Klar, and there's 2 away.
Steve, we talked about if there's a chopper that gets off of the pitcher's glove to the second baseman, single. In that case, Jersley essentially hit the stitches out of the softball, but hit it right at the shortstop, line drive out.
Now Amber Gonzalez reaching in the air and a ground out. First one misses high and in, and it's 1-0.
So important to keep Jersley off the bases for Aquinas. That's words cannot describe the impact of that out.
The 1-0 rolls in there. Gonzalez ahead 2-0. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more at nicolaybank.com. The 2-0 to Gonzalez, grounded again over to second. And a 1-2-3 inning for Erickson. We've played 4.5. Aquinas leads 4-2. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
It'll be 6, 7, and 8 here for Aquinas in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading 4-2. Backey's Family Chiropractic in Rothschild provides personal chiropractic care in a family-oriented atmosphere. They can help any age patients for just a few days old to the moms and dads trying to keep up with their kids. No matter what issues your body is battling, from migraines and anxiety to stress or a wide variety of youth issues, let Backey's Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve.
We've got Lily Shields checking on the other field for us, Steve. We'll see if we can get you a score of that Marshall-Columbus Marshall game here shortly.
1-0 from Addie Straits. We grounded over to Verhassel at third. 1 up and 1 down here in the 5th. And now Ava Scholze, a couple of pop-outs today for Ava.
Now batting number 25, the designated player.
An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. We ground over to Jerschley. Rockets it over to first base, and there's 2 away.
Had to go ahead and move her ponytail out of the way as she went ahead and whipped that across. She's got such an impressive arm.
Yeah.
I know that we've said a lot of nice things about Jerschley, but just such an impressive ball player, offensively, defensively. Just for Mosinee, she's really the straw that makes the drink run, you know.
Josie Erickson at the plate, a walk and a ground out today for Josie, the pitcher for Aquinas.
Josie's throwing a heck of a ball game. She's been just impressive, doing a nice job of locating high-low pitches, changing speeds.
2-0 to Erickson. We play in the bottom of the 5th.
Keeping a really good Indian lineup at bay, holding them only to 2 runs. Very impressive.
Erickson flies down, foul. Into the grassy area to our right, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. 4-2 Aquinas. They scored 3 in the third with the help of Maddie Gagermeyer, who right now is a player of the game candidate. We won't have post-game interviews or any of that today. As Erickson looks at a strike in the inside corner, she looks back and just smiles at her home plate umpire in disagreement on the call.
It was an interesting vantage point. She as a pitcher, she said, hey, make sure I get the same call.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Straits fires home. Going to be lined foul, and it remains 2-2.
Erickson doing a nice job of fighting off a tough outside corner pitch there, just going ahead and fouling it off, waiting, living to see another pitch. Just she's had an impressive day both at the plate as well as on the mound.
Addie Straits looks in and fires home. Rolls in there, and Bembenek will take it off the chest protector, and it remains 3-2, or runs 3-2 now. Full count to Josie Erickson.
Bembenek is a good-looking catcher for Mosinee. Has a heck of an arm. You've seen her try to throw behind a couple different runners today. She's fundamentally solid blocking that pitch.
The 3-2. And walked her. Came all the way back to Josie Erickson and draws her second walk of the game. And now Ava Fernholz, the number 9 hitter with the top of the order, due up next. And they will have another runner, probably Ryan Clark again, and it sure is.
So, Steve, I got to ask, the first base coach for Aquinas has, it appears to be like a little bag of candy in her hand. And when a runner gets down there, she handed, I'm not sure if that's maybe it's a medical thing, and if it is, my apologies, but it's an interesting, like kind of almost like a little bit of a treat for reaching base.
Fly ball to center field, and Fernholz with the base hit, and out back to the top of the order. Yeah, like Lucky Charms or something.
Yeah, see, and again, when somebody reaches first base, she reaches in the pocket or she reaches in the bag. In that case, the runner had said no. But it's kind of a unique reward piece. Just again, Aquinas does a lot of different things. We talked about the chest bump. We talked about the the energy that they bring.
Catherine Savidelli back at the plate with 2 on and 2 out, and Ava Bussey is coming into the circle here for Mosinee. Gave Addie Straits 3 times through the lineup, and Bussey will be the new pitcher for Mosinee. And round of applause for Addie Straits and a nice day in the circle. Not how she would wanted it to end, but Ava Bussey will be in the circle when we come back after this quick break here from Wisconsin Rapids on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Ava Bussey in the circle with Catherine Savidelli at the plate. A strikeout single and a double today for Catherine. Didn't want to get this deficit to balloon anymore, and Ava Bussey, one of the top pitchers in the whole state, in the circle right now, and blows it past Savidelli for a strike.
Well, you can see it, Savidelli just shaking her head. She's like, ugh. It's just a little bit of a different looking pitch, when you're used to one speed. That being stated, I want to give a compliment to Shields, Mosinee starting pitcher.
Straits.
Mosinee starting pitcher. This is a really good hitting Aquinas lineup, and 2 of the runs that are on the scoreboard were unaccounted for as that ball gets away from the catcher and both runners advance. And now runners on second and third, 2 outs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom half of the 5th inning, Aquinas up 4-2, but looking to go ahead and add a big insurance run or 2, where now a hit by Savidelli would go ahead and do that.
Popped up a mile in the air. Backing up is Jerschley. She calls for it. Still backing up, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder, Schley. And a ball that Schley should have taken herself. She ends up doing it, and a big break there for the Mosinee Indians defensively. And Ava Bussey able to get out of the inning with no damage done. No runs, a hit. 2 left on. We've played 5 complete, 4-2 Aquinas.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Top of the 6th inning we go. Alana Benbenek to lead things off for Mosinee, followed by Wooler and Heinrich. We just passed the 11 o'clock hour here in central Wisconsin. A great game to start off our 2024 Royal Rumble here in Wisconsin Rapids. The Aquinas Blue Golds 4 and the Mosinee Indians 2 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Erickson did a really nice job to get out of the way. Sarah Videlli lost her balance a little bit and almost took out her pitcher on the throw down to second base, but Erickson, with cat-like speed and reflexes, goes ahead and avoids that. Also, a special shout-out to our very own Lily Nelson, who went over and checked the score for us on the other side. Marshall 7, Catholic Columbus 2, in another really good game here at the Royal Rumble on the, we'll call it the other field. I don't want to call it the second field. We'll call it the Pine Tree Field. So...
Want to know here to Benbenek. Pop out, a ground out, and a base hit just out of the reach of Von Ruden. And a leadoff base hit here in the 6th for Mosinee.
A well-placed single out of the reach, just out of the reach of the third baseman. It hit the turf, but too deep for the shortstop to be able to make a play.
You know, I always talk about looking at football, how precise quarterbacks put the ball in wide receivers' hands. You couldn't have placed that ball any better just out of the reach of Von Ruden. And now a ground ball to Von Ruden to second for 1. And a fielder's choice will allow Wooler to reach first base. But a nice play there by Von Ruden to record the out.
She's played a very solid third base today for the Blue Golds, who have just been really impressive keeping this Indian lineup at bay.
Addison Heinrich, a single and a walk today. Scored the second run for Mosinee. Runner at first and 1 out. First one misses high for a ball. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Now it's fouled at the plate, evens it up at a ball and a strike.
One thing about this Mosinee lineup, there's speed located all throughout it, top to bottom. Each of the players not only has got a pretty heads up with a softball IQ, but they really can go ahead and motor when they get on the bases.
Runner at first is Wooler with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Mosinee trails 4-2. Going to be hit hard to center. Backing up is Miskowski. Still backing up. Reaches up and makes the catch for the second out. And there's 2 away.
Again, getting chest bumps from both the right and left fielder. Again, one of the things that this Aquinas teams, they're fun to watch. They've got a lot of good energy in the dugout. They've got a lot of cool things that they do on the field. Girls just enjoying the sport. I think that's awesome.
Tristan Wickland at the plate now. Looks at a strike. Ground out and a sacrifice bunt tonight for Tristan. That's going to be hit over to first, backhanded by Gagermeyer. And that'll end the 6th inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We've played 5.5. Aquinas leads Mosinee 4-2. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Bottom of the sixth inning here in the Lauren Van Ruden, the third baseman. A walk, hit by pitch, and a strikeout tonight for Lauren to lead things off here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Aquinas leading 4-2. Ava Busty back out there. Ava misses low and away for a ball, 1-0.
We were just commenting how much we enjoyed Ava's demeanor on the mound. One pitch, okay, set to go, let's go. Right, straight to work.
Inside, misses, 2-0.
So it'd be interesting, Steve. You know, we talked about how often has Mosinee trailed this season. They're going to go into the seventh inning essentially trailing. I wonder if that's the first time that's happened to them all year long, or if they already have kind of a comeback. One way or the other, it's exactly what they're going to want going into the postseason, where you get a chance to experience that feeling. We'll see how they respond.
There's a strike from Bussey, and it's 3-1. For Mosinee in the seventh, it'll be 7, 8, and 9. Right now, they have Addie Straits to lead things off. Not sure if they'll have a different hitter for Ava Bussey, but Ava with a leadoff walk here in the sixth. Mosinee Family Chiropractic proudly supports Mosinee Athletics. Dr. Bears and Dr. Miller offer the best chiropractic care around, only at Mosinee Family Chiropractic.
Went to high school with Dr. Ryan Miller, proud graduate of Butternut High School in the 1998 class. Ryan's great chiropractor. If you need an adjustment, go see Ryan. He'll get you fixed up.
Courtesy runner here. We'll get you a name from Aquinas. Number 15 is Claire Miller for the Blue Gold. She stands at first base for Von Ruden here in the sixth inning. One on and nobody out for Aquinas here in the home half of the sixth inning.
Ryan always told me I'd be a great chiropractor. He said my dad jokes always crack him up. So I'm not exactly sure what that means, but
first offering is high and away to Ellie Clark. Ellie pop out, a walk, and an RBI single. Had that big RBI single back in the fourth inning to score Catherine Savadelli at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-1 strike. Assumption of Aquinas to follow this game. Again, all streams are all different, so once this game ends, we'll have a new stream for our second game and then our third game. Misses low for a ball, 2-1. Maddie Gagermeyer, who has not yet been retired, stands on deck for Aquinas. Outstanding day for Maddie at the plate. Bussey pumps in a strike, and it's 2-2. Runner at first is Claire Miller. Courtesy runner for Von Ruden. Now it's fouled into the mitt, and Bussey picks up a strikeout here in the sixth. And now Maddie Gagermeyer, 3 for 3 today.
Now batting number 12, first baseman Maddie Gagermeyer.
Had the big hit in the third inning that scored 3 runs for Aquinas.
On the network, in what might be a little bit of a surprising score, WIAA is leading Iola 7-1. Iola, of course, leading their Central Wisconsin
East, I think
East
they are
Conference.
now. Yep.
Same conference as Amherst that we'll be seeing later. But 7-1 WIAA over on the network.
The 0-2 from Bussey. This is low for a ball, 1-2. Well, back in an impressive game last night, they didn't beat Freedom, but Freedom always a powerhouse. Wapaka lost only 1-0 last night to Freedom. So Comets might be on the up and up before the playoffs as Bussey blows it past Gagermeyer for the second out. Second strikeout of the inning for Ava Bussey, and now Tessa Miskowski for Aquinas.
In the bottom of the fifth inning, Marshall leading Columbus Catholic now 8-2.
First offering to Miskowski is swung on a miss. Has played an outstanding center field today for Aquinas. He's at the plate, strikeout, hit by a pitch and a ground out. Runner at first and 2 outs. Rolls it in there, and it's 1-1.
And in the bottom of the sixth inning, it's Pacelli 3, Mondovi 0. You can check out those games and many others at ZaleskiSports.com. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors and all the fans that are able to go ahead and check that out. Without the combination of those two things, we would not be able to bring you high school sports for free here on Zaleski Sports. So please check those games amongst others out.
The 2-1. We popped up and right on top of us here, and it's 2-2. Reminder, today's broadcast brought to you in part by the Greenheck Group, the global leader in creating air movement and control equipment. Greenheck is one of WIAA's largest employers and the perfect place for the next step in your career. See if Greenheck Group is right for you. Visit greenheck.com. That's greenheck.com. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. They have to secure the out at first, and they just do in time. Nice stretch there by Wigland to end the 6th inning. Bussey strikes out the side, but we go to the 7th. Mosinee trails 4-2. Aquinas trying to pull off the upset here this morning on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, here we go. 7, 8, 9 due up for Mosinee. It'll be Ava Bussey.
Number 18, Ava Bussey.
Well, if Aquinas wanted something to bolster the resume, a win over the undefeated, one-ranked Mosinee Indians in Division II would be just what they were looking for. They are 3 outs away from doing so. Erickson on the mound for Aquinas here in the top of the 7th inning. She's thrown a gem of a game so far.
Bussey grounds it to second. And 1 up and 1 down here in the 7th. And now Brooklyn Simonis 0 for 2 today. A ground out and a fly out for Brooklyn.
The good news for Mosinee is if they can get somebody on base, they're 1 hitter away from bringing Jersley back up to the plate. And Jersley is always 1 swing away from being able to go ahead and tie this game up.
Simonis pops this one up. Caught by Savidelli. And Aquinas 1 out away here in the 7th. Wow.
2 pitches, 2 outs. Mosinee being aggressive, Erickson going right after him. Exactly what you'd want to see. Challenge against challenge.
Emily Verhassel at the plate. A ground out and a fly out tonight for Emily. First offering good for a strike from Erickson. Aquinas looking for their biggest win of the year. Fouled straight back, and they're a strike away.
No balls, 2 strikes. Aquinas 4, Mosinee 2, top of the 7th inning. Mosinee down to their last strike, trying to keep their perfect season intact.
Josie Erickson in the circle has been outstanding. The 0-2. It's high and away, 1-2. Tried to get her to chase and held off, 1-2.
Nice pitch with that big 0-2 lead, going ahead and seeing if she tried to get her to chase.
The 1-2 back. Can be popped up to first. Gagermeyer. And going to be caught by Aquinas, the second baseman, Bacalars. And that will do it. And Aquinas pulls off the upset here this morning in Wisconsin Rapids. Aquinas 4 and Mosinee 2. Mosinee loses their first game of the year. And it comes at the hands of the Aquinas Blue Golds. We'll have our Merrill Steele post-game show coming up next. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steele welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour.
Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids as the Aquinas Blue Golds shocked the world here today. Maybe not themselves, but they shocked us. A beautiful win, or nice win for the Blue Golds, 4-2 over Mosinee. And all starts in the circle with Josie Erickson holding this Mosinee team to just 5 hits and 2 runs this morning.
You know, Mosinee played Pacelli on Thursday, one ranked in Division 5. They went up to Lakeland in a game that they needed to win to clinch the GNC last night. 1-4-3, beat Sailor Timmerman, an Arkansas SEC commit pitcher up there. Came down today, did not start Ava Bussey, and had really just one big, well, I would say 2 big errors in the ball game. The interference in the first inning, not only did it take a run off the board, Steve, but it really killed the momentum of that inning, because you had at least 2 runs on the board. You would have had, when you take a look at it, that's a play where, you know, the runner needs to avoid the contact in terms of where it goes. And then in the, I believe it was the bottom of the second inning, bottom of the third inning, there was a ball that was just off of the glove of Jersley at second that took a bounce and skipped underneath the glove of Gonzalez in the outfield with the bases full. And what should have been 1 run turned out to be 3. At the time, It was a 3-1 lead. Mosinee got 1 back, but then Aquinas was able to get 1 back, and ultimately they secured a 4-2 victory, which is a terrific resume-boosting advantage for them as they go into the postseason seeding meeting, and their seeding meeting should also be held on Sunday as well, Steve. So congratulations to the Blue Golds, and for the Indians, doesn't change much on the year. In fact, in some regards, some coaches will tell you not having that monkey of your back on your back of that undefeated season is a good thing.
Yep.
Obviously, getting a loss at this time of the year can motivate your team. But again, as I like to say, all things that are coach speak, because at the end of the day, you don't ever want to lose any type of a ball game. But Mosinee drops their first of the season here today to Aquinas 4-2.
Coming up next, we'll have Aquinas and Assumption at approximately 12 o'clock. We'll see how all that timing pans out. But as soon as Olivia ends the stream here, we will step aside and get ready for Game 2. Again, Aquinas will take on Assumption in just a little bit. Mosinee will have a couple of hours off before they head to the North Field and take on Columbus Catholic. That game will also be live streamed on Zaleski Sports. Assumption and Aquinas coming up in just a little bit right here on Zaleski Sports. For my broadcast partner, Paul J. Glinski, producer Olivia Zimmerman, this is Steve Maves signing off. For now, we'll talk to you again in about 25, 30 minutes for Game 2.